And don't want to fix it alone? Call RVFix to get virtual assistance from a certified technician today.
Hi, this is Daryl with RVFix, and today we're going to winterize the X225 Go Explore. So today, let me show you what we need to have. One, we will need to get in some spots, so you can need a number 2 square tip bit or a number 2 Phillips bit. I am using 3 gallons of RV antifreeze. I may use less than that, but for right now, I'm going to have 3 on hand. And this is RV and marine antifreeze. This is not the same antifreeze you'd use in your vehicle for a car or anything like that. This is going to be potable antifreeze. So once we put it in the system, once we drain it, it's still okay to safe to drink. And the last thing for cleanup, I got towels. You could definitely use paper towels if you need. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to drain the fresh tank. So on this unit right here, the fresh tank is going to be this white handled valve right up in here between the 2 tires. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to dump it. So as we're dumping this, we're just going to let the water run out. So at this point, we're going to go inside and we're going to find the water pump. At the water pump, we're going to find our winterization hose. So we're coming into the bathroom. And under the bathroom, there's a panel. I've already removed the screws. I'm going to access the panel right here. Okay. On this model, there's 2 valves. We're going to have this valve right here. And this valve right here actually goes to this hose here and this hose here. If we pull this hose out right here, you'll see that this is our winterization hose. We're going to come back and I'm going to grab my RV antifreeze and I'm going to stick my hose in there. Now with the valves themselves, this valve needs to be pointed towards the line that's being drawn from that for the antifreeze. And I might even take my antifreeze and stick it up in here once we get started. Then this valve right here is going to go through for the rest of the system. There is another setting that it has when it comes this direction, and we're not going to use that or we'll talk about it today. But let's do this. Stick the RV antifreeze up in there, and so we could get the hose down in there without it kinking too much. Okay, so at this point, what we want to do is we want to take the antifreeze and we're going to pump it through all the faucets, the toilet, and the outside water port. Let's go to the switch right here and we're going to turn on the pump. Water pump is on. And one thing that we want to make sure that's off is we're going to turn off our Suburban water heater. And in fact, let's go outside and turn it off all the way. Okay, so this is our Suburban Instant Hot water heater. As we open it up, we're going to have an on and off button right here. O is for off. Okay. Not on. All right, so we have our water heater off. And in this instance, we're not going to bypass the water heater. We're going to pump antifreeze through the water heater to make sure that during the wintertime, we don't have any residual water in the lines that may freeze. So we're going to make sure we have antifreeze through that. And then we're going to pump it through everything else. So we have the pump on now. And we're going to watch our winterization container there. And we're going to turn on one side at a time. And we're going to notice that our antifreeze is draining through the tank container there, and then it's coming out the faucet here. We're going to wait till we get pink coming out the faucet. You can see now it's turned pink. So I'm going to turn it this way. I'm going to turn it the other direction. I'm doing hot and cold through the faucet. We're waiting for that to happen. And eventually what we're going to do is change containers. All right, so we're going to turn that off. Okay. We're going to come over here to the faucet for the bathroom, do the same. Okay. Okay. All right. So we're going to change this out right now because we're pretty close. And my hose, I know, doesn't go all the way down into it. And so when I'm done, if I have extra, I'll put it into one of these containers. All right, here we go. Stick that in there. Okay, so we've done this one, we've done the kitchen. Now it's the toilet. Flush the toilet. Make sure we get pink coming through there. Perfect. Okay, we will leave a little bit of that antifreeze in the bowl right there so it doesn't dry out that sill by sitting. Lastly is going to be this guy right here. Now, this does make a mess, and I got to clean up the mess after I'm done, so I'm going to turn it on. Try to put it right in the drain if I can. Okay, turn it off. Turn this side on. Do the same thing. The thing with this one right here is you have this line right here. Once I do the cold side and it comes through this line, and then I do the hot side, I gotta wait for all the pink from the cold side to get out, then the water to get out, and then the pink to come back through. Hang that up there after we let it drip dry. Kitchen's done, bathroom is done. The only other water that we have right now is on the outside port. Let's go take a look. So this is my outside port. It's already hooked up. So I'm going to spray my water into my bucket. I want to spray it into a bucket. If I get it on the concrete and it dries, it becomes really slippery. So we'll spray it into a bucket until we get pink coming out. Okay, I can tell the color has changed. And this is only a cold line, so we're done. So now I could take this fitting off here, and then I drain out my line here. And now we're at the city water. We take off this strainer right here, and if we look inside, we're gonna have this little white button. And we're gonna push that button, and what that's gonna do is it's gonna spray back out at us. By doing that, we bring winterization fluid out through this city water port. So I'm gonna be very careful, and it could be hard. There we go, and it worked, as you can see. All right, it's fun winterizing. There's two more ports that we want to do, as I noticed as we walked out here, and these are low point drains. We're going to just make sure they have pink coming out of them too. All right, so let's go back inside. We're almost done with everything and clean everything up. Let's put everything back together where we're at. We're going to come back in here. We're going to let it drain out into the container. We're going to take the hose. We're going to turn it into the on position so that when winter is done and summer comes, we can use the pump without issue. Now, with these, for each drain that we have, we want to pour about a cup of antifreeze into each drain. And the reason why we put it down in the drains is because the drains themselves have a P-trap, and the P-trap collects water, and that water is a vapor barrier so that the vapors from the tank still come into the RV. But what that means is that the liquids, the water in there, will freeze during the winter time. So we want to take and put the antifreeze down in the drains so it doesn't freeze. So what we want to do is we want to wipe out the antifreeze in each of the spots that we put it into the sinks so it doesn't stain our sinks. So we're going to wipe in here, and then down here we're going to push it into our drain right here. Just kind of wipe it out. That's how we winterize the X225 Go Explore. Thanks.
Thanks for watching. If this video didn't solve your problem, don't worry. We're here to help. Give us a call at 1-844-66-RVFix. We'll diagnose your issue quickly with a certified technician on a video call, get any parts and warranty processed, and if needed, we'll coordinate a service center or mobile technician to get you fixed. We'll handle it all so you can get back to camping.